Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sky, and I'm going to talk about books, and that's what we're here for, so we're going to talk about books. Ignore this, we don't need to talk about this. Books, yeah. That reminds me when I was a kid actually, and I wanted to be a sports star, so I wrote a screenplay about sports, and the whole thing was just different people playing different types of sports and just saying, sports, yeah! Honestly, it was ahead of its time. So, today I just want to talk about some books that I've been reading. Let's just get into it. So, I want to talk about a book that I was really excited about, like for a year for it to come out. And it was a really big letdown. Doesn't that sound like a good way to start the video? Death Valley by Melissa Broder. I'm always talking about Melissa Broder on this channel. I'm a big fan. I loved the Pisces, loved Milk Fed, even kind of loved her terrible poetry. Zach, please stop playing with that, son. So, naturally, I was very excited for this. I bought the hardback, brand new. I don't buy books, guys. I mean, yes, I do buy books, but I don't buy brand new books, and I certainly don't buy hardbacks. This is just, let me tell you what this is. This is Daddy Issues in the Desert. This is just Daddy Issues in the Desert. It was just like more of the same, but not as good. It was a lot more mystical realism or magical realism, which isn't really my favorite thing. And before, she'd always done it really well in a way that like it made me care about it, even though it wasn't real. Because I don't like things that aren't real. I know books aren't real, but I'm getting stressed, guys. I'm getting stressed. Why do you want to know my opinions about books? Like, it's basically the main character is lost in the desert, and she's inside a huge cactus, and she's having all these like flashbacks about her father, or like her father as a child is there because her father's like dying. Around the same time as reading this, I ended up accidentally reading a lot of books where the main theme was daddy issues. I read Whale Fall, which is just daddy issues in a whale. And then I read Foster by Claire Keegan, a great little book. And that's just daddy issues in the countryside, really. I was just quite bored. And there's one thing I don't like being, it's bored. So, there's this guy with a sailor hat passing, and I think he's really cool. And I want him to notice me. He's like 95 years old, just to clarify. Anyway, so that was that, Death Valley. Sorry, Melissa. I love you, but this wasn't it. This is a book that I just read, and I'm doing this thing that booktubers do now where they don't tell you what the book is. No, I'm not going to do that. Guys, it's Notes on Camp. But yeah, so a lot of people know this book because it's one of Harry Styles' favorite books. I know this book because, for like a way cooler reason, guys. I studied photography, and Susan Sontag was mentioned a lot because she has another famous seminal piece of literature called On Photography. So yeah, Notes on Camp. Now let me tell you something about this book, right? The first, like, this part is Notes on Camp, and this is another essay, just to let you know. And the second essay is One Culture and the New Sensibility. I wish I could tell you what camp is. Oh no, I can. Tiffany lamps. That's the one thing that I remember from this book that I just read. Tiffany lamps are really camp. And I had to Google what Tiffany lamps are, and I love Tiffany lamps. I would have a room full of Tiffany lamps. I would, and I could, and I will. I will have a room full of Tiffany lamps. And the other conclusion that I came to was that my dog is camp and my cat is not. And I'm not going to make any further comment. This was fine. I mean, there was some nice little notes in here, if you will. There was some nice little notes on camp, and I liked it. The second essay was just a whole lot of nothing. Sorry, Susan. I don't know if she's still alive. Also, okay, this isn't technically a book. Well, it's not a book at all. But I've really been into journaling, guys. I am insufferable and obnoxious now, and really into journaling. I was always those things, but this is my little journal, and it's really great. It's pocket size, doesn't fit in my pocket. But yeah, because I'm on a journey right now of self-discovery, and you should get on one too, and be like me and journal. And the other book that I am in the middle of reading is D.H. Lawrence's poems. This is from the library. Guys, if you're not part of the library, you're missing out. You're sleeping in. You're sleeping on it. Don't sleep on the library, because it's good. They have books in there, and it's great. Any book you want. So I like to peruse. I just like to peruse the shelves, especially the poetry shelves. I kind of take it as an opportunity to maybe get books that I wouldn't necessarily usually get. And yeah, I didn't even know that D.H. Lawrence wrote poems, but of course he does. Of course he does, and it's great. I skipped the really long ones. I'm gonna be so real with you right now. I skipped the really long ones, like the really, really long, like pages and pages of poetry. That's not what poetry is, guys. If you want to write a novel, or write a poem. Don't write long poems because I won't read them. Sorry, Lawrence. The other book that I am in the middle of reading, and I think I'm gonna call it, even though okay, all right. So this is the book, Supernature by Lal Watson. I want to say, a natural history. Sir, that's okay. It's my cat. A natural history of the supernatural. Now, I was absolutely loving this, and I still am to a certain degree. This is a book from like the I want to say like the 70s. 70s, yeah, this is from the 70s. And like the first parts are really like deep, intricate, niche nature and animals, and that like was really hitting a spot for me. And then I was like, where's this going? Like, where's it gonna get to the supernatural? And it got there all right. But the leap, it's like he took a break and did some acid and then came back to finish the book. Because he'll just be like saying like, yeah, frogs are a thing. So therefore, people can read minds, you know? But I'm on page 200 of, come on, I'm almost there. 200 of 200 and I've got like 80 pages left. I should maybe just power on through. I think I will. You know, it talks about psychokinesis, the aura, poltergeists, thoughtography, palmistry, graphology, physiognomy, phrenology, hypnosis, autosuggestion, hallucination, telepathy. It's got it all, but it is interesting. I will say, it is interesting, and I'll finish it. Am I really bad at talking about books? I feel like I might be, and that's okay. That's fine. Oh, okay, also, something else that I've been reading. Technically not a book, it's a picture book, a pop-up book. Oh, no, I wish. Honoré Cartier-Bresson. He's hefty. Because again, did I mention I studied photography? I dropped out, but I still studied it. And if you don't know, Honoré Cartier-Bresson, he is just an icon of classic photography, black and white photography. I could just, like, I'm taking my time with it. It's just pictures. It is just pictures. I'll do maybe a little insert here of pictures. And maybe I'll talk over, or maybe I'll do some music like dun, 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 dun. Finding good music for YouTube videos is hard, guys, so I hope you enjoyed that. Another one that has been doing the rounds here on BookTube is White Nights by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I think this has been doing the rounds because what's his name talked about it? Jack Edwards. And again, I want to point out, right, because you might not know this if you buy it, that am I screaming, guys? I feel like I'm always screaming. That like only this much of it is the actual book, and this is another short story or something. It's a short story. And I gave it 3 stars, and that's being quite generous. I had really high expectations of this because of, I mean, Jack Edwards, I think he did like a TikTok, and it was like, oh, if you want to understand love. This didn't make me understand anything. I understood less after reading this. Yeah, like, I liked the writing style, even though there was a lot of, I just think there was more they could have dove into. Like the main character, obviously, like they didn't say it explicitly, but he suffers from maladaptive daydreaming, which I think is really interesting and not really something that is explored a lot in literature. Well, there's the that Walter Mitty, what is that one? Let me Google it. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Did I talk about a single book that I liked in this video? Like, I swear, I do like books. I really do like books. Look at this. Look at this. Look at him. Look at his little mouth. Would you watch like hours of this? I think I would. Look at the little teeth. I know, Willow. I know.